What is going on, guys? Today I'm doing a review of the Ronin SC. Now this gimbal is primarily made for bigger cameras, obviously, because it is a bigger gimbal. So for a normal video, it has about 3 different modes. First mode is just normal follow, up and down. Second one is only pan. And the third one is an inverted one. Really cool for doing effects like this. Now I just want to go over my favorite parts of this really quick. First, the button controls on the back are really simple and easy to use. As well, this joystick for the movement of the camera is incredible. It's so precise. It's not just you push it and the camera moves, but the speed will reflect on how much you push. So you can push just a little bit and it'll just go a little bit, or you can go full force and it'll go as fast as whatever it's set for. Now I have on this an A7III with a pretty big zoom lens on it, and it handles it amazingly. Obviously, you could have a bigger camera on here than this. The gimbal weighs 2.4 pounds. It has an 11-hour battery life. Some of its other features are time-lapse, panorama, and motion lapse. It's got dynamic stability, active tracking 3.0, and unlimited pan access, and an unobstructed roll axis, which is what I just showed you. The build quality is the best that I've ever seen on a gimbal. All the button layouts are really good. Everything's really sturdily put together. As well, the design is very, very functional. Now, before I show you the clips with the GoPro mounted on my head so you guys see how I got the shots, right now it is $440, and there will be an Amazon link in the description below if you guys want to check out all the features and stuff and the reviews for yourself. So that'll be down below if you guys want to check that out. Now let's go to the clips and I'll talk about the actual legitimate real life usability of it. Okay, so first, it is a big gimbal, but it doesn't feel like a big gimbal because it's really easy to use. As well, having that long body, especially with the extended grip slash tripod at the bottom, it makes it really easy to do really smooth pans and really easy to control the camera. Now I've used some pretty heavy gimbals a couple years back, and after a while your arm would just get so tired of using it. That didn't really happen with this one because of the long grips that you usually use 2 hands with, as well as it only being 2.4 pounds and plus whatever the camera and lens is. It doesn't weigh that much for how big it is. The thing that was really nice about the Ronin is how polished everything was about it. All the movements were extremely polished. There was never a point where I ever felt like the motors are going to spaz out and do some crazy stuff like on some other gimbals. They're not as polished as obviously DJI is. The thing that you have to get used to is the joystick on the back because it's really sensitive if you just push it. But once you do get used to it, it is extremely nice to use because it's so precise and the speed is variable, which is amazing. As well, sometimes with other gimbals, when you are shooting forward and then you try to start panning up, sometimes they'll have a little bit of a jolt and you won't really notice it that much. But when you have this, everything is so fluid. It feels like it's all on the same one single movement. It doesn't even feel like a machine. It feels more like it's just drifting. And that's a really, really good thing. Now, I tried to do some shots where I'm putting it through a tree and then I grab it with the other hand, and that's really hard to do with a bigger gimbal. So I took off the bottom grip slash tripod thing, and that worked much better that way. But doing something like this in the future, that's a bigger version of this, like going through a window or something, it would be better to have 2 people with this. But what's really amazing is you can do that with this. You couldn't have done that with the old Ronins. That's definitely for sure. Like, these are much more usable for a single person to get crazy cool shots with. Now, as far as being quick, I know a lot of people want to get these shot now. This is a pretty quick gimbal to get set up. There's not a whole lot of vibrating. You know, if you balance it right, it's going to stay balanced for a long time, and you're not going to get any of those vibrations and the bad shakiness that you get from a lot of other gimbals sometimes. But guys, that is my review. It is $440 on Amazon. Link below if you guys want to check it out. But I highly recommend this gimbal if you guys are looking for a gimbal for bigger cameras. This is a fantastic choice. But if this video helped you out, help me out, and hit that like button below. But I'll see you guys later. Loss out.